Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS22 pack review video. In this video I'll show you the Oxbo Pack. The Oxbo Pack will be released at 19th of September, so next Tuesday, and it's part of the 2-year season pass or year 2 season pass. And if you don't have this pass, you can buy it separately as well. And Oxbo is a new brand, rather new brand, and the enterprise consists of quite a lot of smaller manufacturers that made special machines. And so for special kind of vegetable harvesting and so. And we got a rather small pack that consists of 4 up to 8 machines, and I'll tell you why it's 4 or 8, depending on how you look at it. Several of those vehicles can be configured quite differently, and I would say they are different vehicles, but basically they are only 4 different vehicles. So let's start and have a look what we got. This is this is the smaller one, but still a big machine. I call it the small one. A small slurry or manure spreader. You can choose whether you want to have it working for slurry or for manure, and the configuration doesn't cost any money. So if you own this machine, you can just go to the workshop and change it from slurry to manure, which is very useful. But for the slurry, this is the slurry version. Here you need an extra thing to distribute the slurry to the ground. And yeah, this is compatible to the pumps and hoses pack, so you can work with pumps and hoses as well. But I haven't tried this yet. And it has quite a funny shape with 3 wheels and 1 large wheel in the front. And I think that makes it really cute. And we already have one of those Oxbo spreaders in the size. It's somehow in between those two. And before it was a Plöger, and then they changed the brand. And in FS22 the brand changed as well. But this is already, I think, something like 2 months ago, and now we have the latest model, and this is the 4103. That's a smaller, and the bigger one is the 5105, and it still has this funny, I call it funny, maybe it's just useful, big front wheel, 1 front wheel, but it has 5 wheels in total, because it's bigger, as you can see. And this is the manure version. And on the fields I have the opposite combination, so I have this smaller one for manure and the bigger one for slurry, that you can see both versions. And in this video I'll go through the machines here at the dealership, then we go into the shop to see the configurations, and then we go onto the field to see the machines at work. Okay, and here is a windrower, a very interesting band windrower which works to the side, and therefore it already has 12 meters working width. And when you work on it and go up and down, you get a swath width, or the in between the swath, of 24 meters, which is really interesting, and you get quite big swaths. And if you use it to the extreme, you could always put more and more grass onto the swath, and then you get a huge swath. That is what TJ Goham and Clutch Simulations did in their Farm Sim show. But this is more for fun, and the usual thing is you go up and down and get quite a nice big swath, but that you can use for a loading wagon or a baler. We will see how it works. And I really like this. For me personally, this is the most interesting machine of this pack. And here, this is the highlight of this pack. It is for grape harvesting and working with grapes. And it is one machine that you can transform to 3 different kinds of machines. One is the usual harvester that has a small bunker, like the New Holland harvester. And this is a harvester with a pipe and without bunker. So you can only use it if someone with a trailer is driving beside you. And if you can't use a helper for the harvest at the grape yards, at the wine yards, you can only use this machine in multiplayer. Maybe if you were really handy, you can use it on PC with the mod Follow Me, but it's not so easy to arrange the vehicles that this works. So usually it's only for multiplayer. So you take a friend and one is driving this machine and the other one a tractor with a trailer. But for single players is not so sad, because we have this normal harvester with a bunker as well. And this here is the same vehicle, but as a sprayer, and it sprays in 4 rows, either liquid fertilizer or herbicide. Okay, now let's go to the shop here. And here you see the small one, the AT4103. It costs 382,500 bucks. It is not cheap. So you need to be a quite advanced farmer to be able to afford it. And yeah, you could either spread digested or slurry or manure, and the capacity is up to 18 cubic meters, depending on which configuration you have. And if you want to use it for slurry, you can look at the combinations, and here you find the slurry distributors that work for this. This works, but it only is very small. It has only a working width of 6.2 meters. But this is much bigger. It has a working width for 18 meters. But you need to buy this on top of the vehicle. And as a manure spreader, you can just use it as it is. So this is how it looks. And this is the slurry version, the liquid, the L in the beginning, and the other thing is for the manure. Yeah, and apart from the funny front wheel, it looks like a different vehicle. And for me, for my feeling about this, I can't decide whether I count this as 2 or 1 vehicles. officially it's only one, but the configuration differences are very big. And what I like is you don't need to pay for the changing, so you can use it for both if you have the distributor. And then is the bigger brother. It costs 480,000 and the capacity is 25 cubic meters. And it has 5 wheels and the same modification possibilities and the same distributors that you can use. And here we have the grape machine. The base price is 215,000 bucks. And here you have it as a harvester. Then you pay an extra fee for 30,000. And therefore you can't change it from time to time, at least not without paying. So you would always have to pay 30,000 bucks if you want to change it from sprayer to harvester. I think it is like that. And yeah, in that case, I myself would buy a sprayer, a separated, and don't change it from one type to the other. Yeah, the bunker is 3,100 liters. It's small, like with New Holland harvester. And here we have the overloading harvester. You can see no bunker. And this is the pipe. Yeah, the multiplayer harvester, I call it. And then we have the sprayer. So the machine here is the same, and in the back it's really different. And in the center it doesn't have this harvesting mechanisms. And this will unfold. Okay, so now we go to the field. First we start with the manure spreader and the slurry spreader. This is the small one for manure. And you just activate it and put your manure onto the field. Very simple. So, and then this is the slurry version of the big one. And here I have the bigger distributor. I need to learn the word. So we activate everything and then we just drive and yeah, the slurry comes onto the field, and like this you can see that you are working. Okay, and now we go to the grapes. Here is the normal harvester. You have to drive onto this this row of grapes, like with the other one, and then unfold and activate, and then you can drive and harvest. And in the beginning, when you drive and harvest, you don't see any grapes coming to your bunker. It takes some seconds, so you are already some meters into working when it starts filling up the bunker. So you don't have to worry if it stays at zero for some seconds. And here you can see the grapes falling into the bunker and the leaves falling out. Yeah, it's a nice machine. The price is nearly the same than with the New Holland, so it's no solution for cheaper harvesting the grapes, but it's a solution for a different look for harvesting the grapes. And then, where is it? Oh, there is it. Okay. This is the multiplayer harvester. It doesn't work for me, but here this is how it looks when the pipe is unfolded, and you can drive and you still harvest, and then after a while some grapes appear on this pipe. Yeah, I guess you'll lose most of the grapes if you don't have a trailer beside you. Okay, so now we go to the spreader. Oh, I should go back and fold and unfold it. Come on. Because this looks awesome. You have to drive onto this this row. Like with the harvester. You don't drive in between, but on top of around the grapes, and then you unfold this, and then you can activate it and go on. And it's cool. I would say if you can afford it, it's a really cool way. And if you have a big vineyard, then this saves you some time. But it's nothing for the poor farmer. And now we jump to the windrower, and I already unfolded it, and now I activate it, and I just let the helper do its work. And here you can already see how big the distance between the two swaths is. So it's nearly double the size of the working width, and therefore it works as like a much bigger windrower that is working to the center. This is a mechanism that works for all windrowers, that works to the side. Oh, and by the way, you can change the side from left to right, but only when the helper is not working. But you can choose at which side you want it. Now you see how it is adding to this existing swath and making it much bigger. Yeah, now you have a really big swath. And it's not cheap, but it's a very interesting vehicle, I would say. Or it's no vehicle, it's a machine. Yeah, and it works rather fast. So I think in my own farming, I would mainly use this from the Oxbo Pack. But the others are interesting if you like to work with slurry or manure. They are really cute, those vehicles. And if you like to work with grapes, it is very nice addition to the existing machines. And therefore, yeah, I think this pack is rather interesting if you are interested in the areas that we get from this pack. Okay, yeah, that's it about the Oxbo Pack. Yeah, it will be available for all platforms. The most important question always, and it will be released at 19th of September and is part of the second year season pass and can be bought separately as well. Okay, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and all the best. Till next time. Tschüss.